Hello everybody, this is Conquering History Games and welcome back to a new campaign on the channel. Today I'm going to be again playing the Equestria at War mod in Hearts of Iron 4. This is version Knights and Flowers 1.0.3, and I know I have not done any communist countries yet in this mod. And I know people have been asking for them. I also haven't done any democratic ones yet either, but that's also on the way. But we're gonna start with a communist one here today, and one which this is gonna be the obviously look at the title of the video, you're gonna know which country it is. But this will not, I repeat, will not be the last time we play as Stalliongrad, the main communist pony regime. And I'm gonna tell you guys right now, I am going to, as a long-term goal, play all 3 Stalliongrad paths. I'll talk a little bit more about that once I'm actually in the game. For right now, let's just read the brief history. Now, the Soviet Republic of Stalliongrad, comprising of the Equestrian Northeast provinces, had only recently split off from Equestria and the Crystal Empire in the hopes of forming a new society in which all ponies are equal. Unfortunately, the Stalliongrad of today is far from the vision of what had been envisioned in its founding. Rapid industrialization has failed and food has become scarce. With equestrian sanctions, the threat of famine is very real. The ruling Communist Party, crippled by a leadership crisis, is incapable. Only after the following election, once the party has a clear leader, will Stalliongrad be able to face the oncoming storm. So we are communists. We have a socialist regime. And we have some interesting national spirits going on. I'm going to do no Iron Pony mode, no historical AI focuses. Let's just jump into it and start taking a look at some of these national spirits we have. Also, for those of you who want to know, listening to the Victoria 2 soundtrack for this playthrough. Okay, so some interesting things going on here. We have some national spirits, some food shortages in Stalingradian Republic have been a serious problem for quite a while now after being cut off from equestrian trade, rapid and unprepared collectivization attempts, several harsh winters, the goods on the shelves of Stalliongrad began disappearing. If the situation gets out of control, the ponies are likely to lose their confidence in the current government. So that, as you could just see right there, I'm taking a lot of major hits as a result of that. I've also got incomplete industrialization, so that's not helping either. Let's take a look at the focus tree. There's basically 3 paths you can take. You can go under General Secretary Vasily, General Secretary Darkwing, General Secretary Sinister. Most people will tell you that only Vasily and Sinister are the real options. I don't think that's true. There is certainly some interesting things that you could do with Darkwing, but that won't be in this campaign. In today's, I think that we're going to be going for Vasily here. Now, let's take a look, though, at the reason why I am right now saying, I don't care if nobody's even watching it, I'm going to do it. I'm going to get some mileage out of some of these generals. As you can see, there's a lot of generals here. None of them are particularly great. You know, skill level 2s. We got a Panzer here, a Trickster there, Winter Specialist there. You've got a good variety going on. But who will lead our armies? Who is going to be the baddest stallion in Stalliongrad of them all? That would be Victor Historia. That's right. Victor Historia will lead us to victory. Now, let me explain exactly who Victor Historia is. So I wanted to support the developers of this mod because I think it's a great mod, and I've gotten so many hours out of it. It was so refreshing, especially after a time period when I was getting really frustrated with vanilla. And I was still waiting on Kaiserreich, and now that even Kaiserreich's out, I still really enjoy playing this. I think it's a fantastic, fantastic mod. So I wanted to support them in some sort of way. And I found out that the head of the development team does art. So I commissioned him to make this portrait, because I had never seen a pony with a fro before, so I commissioned it. And named it Victor Historia, which is just conquering history in Latin, more or less. And he then asked me if I wanted to put it in the mod. So let me be 100% clear here. I did not pay to have myself put in this mod. I just paid for the picture. And now I'm in the mod. So let's just go over the stats here. He's a bearer of artillery. I decided to go with that because, as a lot of you know, I was enlisted for many years, and I was an artilleryman, so I thought, okay, I'll be a bearer of artillery. And let's see, I'm a skill level 2 in attack, skill level 2 in defense, skill level 2 in planning speed, and max planning. So, as I was saying, Victor Historia will lead Stalliongrad to greatness. He's not a field marshal just yet, though, so for right now, actually, we have no field marshals, I just realized, in Stalliongrad. I don't know a ton about Stalliongrad itself, to be perfectly honest with you. I haven't been checking out as much as some of the other countries. I've been putting it off, but it's kind of deliberate because I wanted to go in sort of fresh. So for right now, let's just get all of our 8 divisions over here next to Nova Griffonia because they always seem to go to war. So that's probably the best call to make. Okay, I've got 3 research slots. That's pretty cool. Nice, I already start with basic machine tools. That's what I like to see. Let's get engineering. It's even better when you start with this, but that's fine. That's fine. That's pretty cool. All right. First things first. The palace, start building the Great Palace of Soviets, a gigantic building in the center of Stalliongrad. I'm going to be making that mistake this whole freaking campaign. A gigantic building in the center of Stalliongrad, representing the strength and power of the working class. It's going to give me 150 political power, and I can begin construction on the Palace of the Soviets. Okay. Now, what is really hurting me right here? There's food shortages, a lot of factory output reductions. There's a lot of bad stuff. I'm only getting half as much daily political power gain as I should. This is going to be a little rough. Let's just build some infrastructure for a little bit here in Stalliongrad. And I need to decide, what am I going to do? Am I going to go tanks? Wait a minute, I've already got a bonus. Why? Why, I just start with one? Well, if you insist. Sure, let's get tanks a little bit involved here. Okay. Now, we have to rebuild the country. That's the first thing. So it's just from asking a little bit on the Discord, it's my understanding that Vasily is the one who you choose when you're not really going for the world conquest. You're going for kind of just a communist pony faction where you support revolutions in other countries. So that's what we're going to be doing. But all right, let's look at the backstory here now. Home of the revolution. More than a decade ago, the great revolutionary named Steel Stallion executed a revolt in the city of Stalliongrad, one of the poorest regions in Equestria, to form a country with a completely new economic and social system, where every pony are given equal opportunities, where every pony are receiving everything according to their needs. The revolt was supported by surrounding cities and villages. Equestrian officials were sent out from the country when the independence of the Republic of Stalliongrad was announced. The Equestrian Army Command did not want to tolerate that, and in several hours, Equestrian royal armies entered the territory of the young republic. The war continued for less than a week before Princess Celestia personally ordered her troops to stop their advance. Several generals were fired from their posts for their aggressive actions, with hopes of a brighter With hopes of a brighter future, the determined ponies of Stalliongrad continue their struggle. Never forget. Speaking of never forgetting, this is something, an idle thought I had when I found out I was going to be in the mod. It's like, oh, congratulations, you're playing yourself. Yes, we're going to have fun with this. Or I am. I'm going to have fun. Let's see, I'm short on motorized, so I'm not building any. Let's fix that. Okay. Anything else I'm short on right now? Logistically, I'm not even building any tanks, but there's only the Great War tanks. I'll still just bring this down. All right, party disagreements. When the revolution succeeded, the Stalliongradian Communist Party took control of the state in their hooves. For most of that time, the highest ranks in the party have been occupied by Altidia Revoltsova and Vasily Panshushenko, 2 earth ponies under whose leadership Stalliongrad began its transformation into a socialist state. On the course, 2 ponies envied each other more, and over time, their leadership has turned into a competition of personal achievements. The party has split into 2 groups, each supporting the leader of their preference. It continues. All right, the time of troubles. After more than a decade since the establishment of the Republic of Stalliongrad, the future of it has been covered in mist. In the midst of disputes, they really gotta they gotta edit some of these. Political and social stagnation, promises of better life are not yet becoming reality. However, the masses are not discouraged yet, and if we manage to choose the right path, reform the government, finish industrialization, and end the food shortage problem, we can rely on our people to support us in every move. Rosho. Alright, okay, so I'm a little bit short on rubber. I guess let's get some from the changelings for right now. We're not on historical, so it should be interesting to see what happens out there in the world, what paths Equestria will take, if we'll see any civil wars or something like that. I think it'd be great if Wingbardy went communist. Oh, the march is happening, but that always happens. But let's see, maybe we'll get the riots in the streets. Could be fun. All right, logistically, how am I doing? Well, actually, let's take a look at what I'm dealing with here. We got some pony militia. Wait, hold on a sec. Arguments in the Supreme Soviet are rising in strength every day as a more active and radical pony, Altadaya, that's her, by the way, with the heterochromatic eyes, promotes change and openness of the state affairs to the public. Vasily argues that to prevent counter-revolution and promote stability, Stalliongrad should stick to the current government and wait for the right moment to act. They both suggest their own vision of the actions to take in the current situation. Jest. Okay. All right, anyway, so we've got some pony militia here. We've got, this looks to be our regular infantry. All right. Motorized, very tiny motorized. Friendship games are happening. Tank, okay, cool. So we have some 16 width tank divisions here at least, so I suppose that is something. Now then, let's go ahead and promote Victor Historia. Whoa, hold on now. All right, different outlook. On a private meeting of the party members, as always, the main topic of discussion was the situation in the country. The two leaders expressed different opinions on the first steps to solving the issues that concern many of the citizens today. Altadaya suggested that Stalliongrad requires an expansion of propaganda and educational campaigns in order to make more ponies class-aware and interested in politics, which in the long run will provide us with capable ministers and organizers. Vasily suggested that the state needs to relocate these resources on supporting the worker cooperatives in Stalliongrad. By that, the process of industrialization can be finished quicker. I think this is a split here. Okay, so if okay, what is it? Industrial relocation gives me a boost in my industry for 300 days. Propaganda is going to give me a different type of boost for 300 days. Okay, well, I said we're doing Vasily this first time. Yeah, in either way, it's just 300 days. I'm not hardcore committing to either thing, and it's already 91% communist in the country, so let's do relocate the money for industry. Alright, so we've got the palace done, the Palace of the Soviets. The Palace of the Soviets is a project to construct an administrative center and a Congress Hall of all ponies in the center of Stalliongrad. It is going to be the tallest building in the world, and it is the most ambitious project of Stalliongrad. The construction is going to take a lot of resources, so we have a few things going on here. Let's see, the palace takes... Okay, it says I can abandon the construction. The palace take up a lot of essential resources for its construction. We can deconstruct and relocate them. Our motherland needs everything for its protection. So this will lower my stability, but I can get a civilian factory and some steel. Well, of course I don't want to do that. So wait, I'm a little confused. Well, let's take my next focus. Support Vasily's fan and relocate the money to industry. But, alright, here we go. Construction of the Palace of the Soviets. Our constructors have started clearing the ground in the city center. The old pre-revolutionary apartment buildings are being demolished to make space for the new monumental parliamentary building, the Palace of the Soviets. This will truly be our greatest architectural achievement. The world will know of the mighty hoof of the Stalliongradian workers. I get a building slot, unlocks decision, construction of the Palace of the Soviets. Alright, let's go over here. Or am I already constructing it? Oh, there we go. Alright, construction of the Palace of the Soviets. The construction of the palace has just begun. The place in the center of Stalliongrad was cleared from old buildings. Effects when selected. +1 base stability. For 35 days, get 0.10% stability, and I'm going to be using up a civilian factory. Alright, it's going to take 1,000 days. Wow, so we're going to be waiting for a little while. And Grover the Fifth just died over there in Griffonia. Okay, it looks like there's going to be a stage 2. This gives me more stability. Final stage gives me more stability, more communism support. So this is basically just how I'm going to get my stability up. What does the statue do? The statue is needed to be placed on top of the building. Biccolini became the prime minister. Boo. Okay, but the statue, when I do that, it's going to lower my political power and use up a civilian factory. I must have national spirit. Palace of the Soviets. What? I don't know. Alright, the plans. The summit has been held in the Supreme Council today, and Vasily suggested that the focus Stalliongrad needs to take is improving... So many events. Is improving its infrastructure all over the country to create more workplaces and connect remote places together. Altadea offered her plan, majoring on military industry, and Stalliongrad itself, as the state needs to protect itself. It is up to the Soviets to decide what plan we are going to follow. Tak. Well... I think I have to do railway innovation. Support Vasily's plan of expansion railways across the country, which gives me infrastructure, which I always like. Plus 20 on some industry also sounds pretty good, so let's knock out this construction. Okay, yeah, this extra research time really stinks. I really gotta focus on getting rid of these food shortages. Now, I can't take any of these right now. Any other decisions? I could improve the workers' conditions. I am a communist country. Let's do that. After that, I'll start getting some ministers and stuff. You know, maybe I should have gone to partial mobilization, but it's okay. It's okay. So we're gonna do this. What do we got here? Vasily's frame of mind, elections, and then I think it's during those elections I'll be able to go for Vasily over here. Say Beradur, has that always been there? Wait, there's a few more updates here. I didn't look at the total change log. Kingdom of Vidina. Did it always have that name? Socialist Republic of the Free Griffins. Yeah, they changed a few things here and there, it looks like. Different focus trees and stuff. I probably should have looked at the change log in its entirety before opening this up. See, so I can see exactly what's going on. But Biccolini took charge in Wingbardy. How boring. What's going on over here? Fight for your freedom. Looks like they're going to become a republic again. How about the Empire? What are they doing? Commoners in the palace. Okay, so they're probably going to go Archon. How are my logistics doing? Decent enough, I suppose. Let's start making some more divisions. Not much I could do. Alright, railway innovation is done. Can I not... Do I have to wait for a pop-up? What's going on here? Alright, well meanwhile, let's, whoops, get my field marshal set up. Is that a tank? It's all ones. Yeah, who'd have thought an inanimate object would be a bad general? It's kind of funny, though. Alright, who am I going to have under me? Nestor, Lunin, more reconnaissance is cool. What's this? Inspiring Commissar, deficient recovery rate plus 10%. That'll do fine. Let's see. Yep, 3 years. 3 years I'll be waiting on this. I guess I should train up, or let's actually change these over. Alright, internal politics. Despite that both leaders have good points and a reasonable approach to things in the state, Vasily has proven himself as a capable leader. He is the true leader of the future revolutions. The personal grudge between him and Altadea, however, cannot continue any longer. We must decide to find a compromise between the two leaders, or, if there is enough support of the party members, promote Vasily as a new candidate for General Secretary post, and expel Altadea from the party if that is necessary. Alright, so party cleansing. We will not revision into the party. If it continues its current line of affairs, the country will become a slave of imperialist powers around. Gets event Vasily's frame of mind. And I'm totally out of pony power. Alright, well that's done. Let's keep going. I probably won't actually build any tanks until I'm at least in the mediums, which I know I don't usually do, but I would like... Actually, would it still be faster if I went heavy down here? No, I don't have much of an industry right now. Yeah, I'll probably actually make medium tanks for once. Anybody who's watched me for a long time knows I am not a fan of the medium tanks. Okay, and let's do some earth pony agriculture. That should help with the starving, right? Okay, party cleansing is done. Vasily's frame of mind. A summit took place in the Supreme Soviet today, and after hours of debate, the party members chose to support Vasily's candidacy on the post of General Secretary. The decision was made based on the votes of the Soviet representatives. However, Altadia and her supporters, such as General Poniarchuk, refused to give way and step back from the high seat. According to the codex of the party, if by the end of a debate where the problem was solved by a vote, a member that shows disrespect for the opinion of majority and continues to pursue their own interests, they shall be expelled from the party. It is time for us to act. Nice, just got a bunch of political power off that, so it's probably better if I go... yeah, I don't think I'm going to go to war anytime soon, so I should just switch to partial mobilization. Okay. Hold elections. What's outdated? Right. Oh, we got some open civilian factories again, too. Okay. Let's see. Got some nice amount of slots here and here. St. Peter's Hoof. Let's do this, though. Get a little more tungsten and steel. Okay. So I'm going to need to keep at least 40 in the bank. I'm going to try to. What is this? Pansushenko's crew. Altadia's supporters have been expelled from the party and their occupations are cleared. The elements Altadia was about to bring in power were very suspicious. We can with confidence say that we've prevented counter-revolution and collapse of the Stalliongradian state. General Poniarchuk, Kors Relux, Ivan, Darkwing are no longer a threat to us. All the old leaders remain on their posts, however, and are ready to continue their work on the path of reaching communism in Stalliongrad. Well deserved. Okay, so what did I lost some generals? I got tons of generals. I'll be okay. New Daring Do book. She used the rainbow hair character once again. Alright. So once we're done with the elections, there's nothing here. This should... Oh, wait. One of the following must be true. Vasily is elected. Sinister is elected. Okay, where do I get rid of the food? How do I fix the food problem? Collectivization, modify food shortages. Food shortages will start disappearing over time. Okay, so Vasily's how you do that. Well, I guess you can do it in either direction. Alright, party elections. Since all of the Altadia supporters have been expelled from the party, it is time to elect a new general secretary. There were several candidates for that post, however, some of them refused to take the responsibility. That leaves us with two main candidates. Come on, let's see him. Can't be Darkwing. They said Darkwing's gone, right? Darkwing campaign definitely is going to happen at some point. It might have to wait till summer. I don't know. We'll see how things go. I'm juggling a lot of things right now. Okay, and let's at least go to limited conscription so I can, build an army. Vasily, Sinister, Seraph. Oh, okay, this isn't electing them. These are just my options. Wow, look at that hair. That is a nice mane. Wait a minute. Is this, I feel like this is partially based on Hinata. That scene in, well, then again, his eyes aren't white. Or is it a she? No, it's a he. Yes, Sinister is a he. Well, it's just making me think of, that Naruto The Last movie. When they're in the snow. This is reminding me of that. Anyway. So, Sinister Seraph announced his intentions to participate in the elections, obviously. Earlier, he supported Vasily and was part of the same coalition with him, but his different view of the solution of state problems made him take a separate stance in this election. Sini's speech is demagogic and populist. He insists on toughening the role of the state in all spheres of society, but at the same time openly expresses his view on ineffectiveness of the collective farm system and the need to allow market elements in agriculture. The pony has imperialistic ambitions, justified by the struggle against plutocratic enemies, and calls to build up Staliningrad's hegemony on the continent. Meanwhile, Vasily here Vasily Pansushenko was a prime minister after Altadia, whose political rhetoric is characterized by ultra-communistic convictions. Vasily stands for preserving and toughening the quote-unquote true socialist way of the state ideology and supports interventionist foreign policy. He has gained paranoia... Uh-oh, that's not good. He has gained paranoia after years of work with Altadia that affects his political course in both foreign and internal spheres. He claims he struggles for quote-unquote purity of the communist ideas in the party and will defend the achievements of the revolution to the end. Okay, so that's nice. It lets me learn their characters. Is the election actually going to happen anytime soon, though? What's going on? Can I not take any focuses? Oh, don't tell me there was a bug. It's giving me political power. Alright, I'll give it a little more time. And we'll see what's going to happen. Oh yeah, let's get these guys out of here. I'm pretty sure I had a specific... There we go. Okay, cool. Elections. We are gathered here today to elect a new General Secretary of the Stalliongradian Communist Party, which I'll probably just call the SCP from now on. The decisions of the General Secretary are going to be the most influential in the state's foreign and internal politics. We have two candidates to choose from, Vasily or Sinister. We're going to go with Vasily. There we go. Vasily Pansushenko. Alright, he's been elected General Secretary. This morning, Vasily was sworn in as General Secretary of the SCP in a short ceremony held in the Supreme Soviet. The former Prime Minister is a staunch believer in the socialist ideals and is expected to continue the current collectivist policies. Okay. Alright. Let's get you guys training. And you all... What do we got here? Army of Horseshoe and Sickle. It's, Oh, let's do that. There we go. Now, I had a Panzer leader somewhere here, right? Yeah, Veronica. Is there anyone else who'd be good? Should I have the tank lead the tanks? Maybe another day. Infantry officer, harsh leader. Marasha. Okay, we'll go with Veronica here. Could do Panzer expert, army division offense, plus 15%. Or motorized defense, increased chance of executing blitz and encirclement tactics. Well, either way, I get that. I don't need to assign these right now. Not when I could be making Victor Historia charismatic as F. That's all I get? Alright, let's get them out there. And, alright, now that I could either do Materius Manifesto, keep going down here, or I could do General Secretary Vasily, gives me 150 political power. It looks like this is where most of the tree is at. Pioneer Organization does not have national spirit food shortages. Okay, and that is what I have to get rid of first, before I can actually, I think, start progressing. Let's wait a little bit more on that. I'd like to get some more research slots, too. Okay, so what's this say? Vasily becomes the new... Communism just got banned. Boo! Vasily became the new General Secretary, appoint new office staff, and fire the ones who aren't doing anything. We're to completely reform the state apparatus to face new challenges of this world. Cool story, bro. I do have an awful lot of command power. I guess I might as well just use this. Motorized and mechanized. No, let's stick to the Panzer expert. I like that. Alright. What do you got? Nada. He's got more attack, though, which is nice. And he has better recovery rate. Yeah, it'll have to do. Okay. Just need to wait now. How are my logistics? A little bit short on the light tanks. I'm going to be switching those out as time goes on. And in fact, I think the next thing I'm going to want to grab is the military theorist. Let's see, not new ponies in government. New ponies in government. Maybe I should wait on getting her if that might switch her out, whatever that is. So to do mobile warfare or superior firepower doctrine, that is the question. It's a question I think I can still just wait on. Oh, definitely need some engineers, though. Actually, no, we should... Let's keep working on my industry for a bit. I don't know what I want to do. I don't know if I want to do superior firepower or mobile warfare. I think I might do... Or grand battle plan could be good. I get more planning speed from my guy. Of course, the artillery attack bonus is pretty cool. Alright, continue collectivization. Our collectivization has only just started. Now with Vasily in control, we must double down upon it and move forward in confidence towards utopia. Okay, let me see if there's going to be something out here that's going to take out all my ponies. Because I want to get this theorist, but I don't want to do it and then she leaves. Is it over here? Simplify bureaucracy, our town. I'm just trying to see if there's something that says new ponies in government. Progressive leader. Worst case. Help to fellow ponies. Revolution in Equestria. It looks like Vasily's path just, It looks like Vasily's path is more about, yeah, definitely more about supporting other communist countries. Especially through volunteers, helping them win. So I could see myself sending a few over here to probably win. So maybe mobile warfare is the way to go. So that, because I'm just going to have smaller... I'm going to have smaller unit... I mean, a smaller amount of divisions, but I can make them all elite, basically. Right, but I'm looking for the new pony thing. Griffin Junta arrested communists, volunteers. Armor the revolution. That's kind of cool, but dang, it's a long time to get down there. To get the armor upgrade. Strike the Griffins, our town. Is this the only way I get a better army, though? It doesn't look like if I went with Sinister, he gets any buffs specifically for that. Preparations for the Crusade, war to end all wars. Maybe I should do mobile warfare then. Red Sky. A lot of interest. Oh, it's this Iron Hoof tank, heavy tank models. Oh, okay, so over here is heavy tanks. Oh, okay, so maybe then I could do medium tanks this time, heavy tanks next time. So if that's the case, and it doesn't look, I don't see any new ponies in government thing. I suppose Vasily is meant to be the extension of the previous government. Because even though it was virtually a coup, well, it's not a coup, he won by majority, but he's a continuation of the process, so it's probably under Sinister that we need to get new ponies or something. Alright, this is going to take me 2 years if I get started right now. Oh, yikes. How long will it take me to get down here? Oh, gee. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 focuses away. And where's my other research slots? There's one here. Do I not get a 5th one anywhere? Cultural festival. I don't even know what all these do. Culture festival. Oh, okay, it's right here. So I need the new factories. I have to complete focus, free education. Okay, so I should go here, 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 here. That gives me the 5. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna take it. I know it's gonna take almost 2 years, but hey, the palace still won't even be done in that amount of time. So we're not in a rush here. But I am gonna pause it. Thank you for joining me, everybody. I'm Conquering History Games. I think this is going to be a really interesting campaign, a different way to play. I'm not really going for a world conquest here. We're just going to try to spread communism instead, wherever it may grow. So please subscribe and click the bell so you're always notified whenever a new episode of this campaign is going up, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.